here is the moon face from the Celestial Portraits module. And I have, for this one, this is a distance one, but this piece is smaller than the circumference is, or the diameter is smaller than the sun. So I think I'm going to go a little closer as I make my annotations. So this is a close-up on this one. And I'll get into my annotation now, or let's just take a close look and see. So I squint my eyes. When I squint my eyes, I can see those highlights and shadows a little better. I like this. This has fewer things that I'm gonna make notes of for the second draft, I think. Well, here's one thing that I noticed. If you look on the outer edge, so I'm gonna get over to my white mark again. So if you're following this outer edge all the way around, the idea is that I want to make it a little darker so that it looks like it curves from light into dark, and or by going darker at the edges, it'll give the illusion of curving around. And for the moon and for the sun, that's what I want to be looking for, is does it give that dimension? And right here, from that, this fabric right there into, oh, even when it goes into a different fabric here, it blends nice, but it gets kind of a mid-range of value. It's not the dark value from here, it's a middle range right there. And then it goes dark again over to the right. So that would be an area that I want to make a mark or write down that I want to work on. So I'm just going to take, clear off those marks and make a note here to darken. Let's see how well I can write. Writing with my mouse here. Darken, there we go. And I can do like I did on the sun and put an arrow, but I'm going to do a red arrow on this one so I see it better. So there we go. I want to do something there. Now, what else? Let's take another look. Looking at the face, that's, you know, of course, all important on a portrait, even a sun moon portrait. And here, until I get something in the background, you know, in this area, this, you know, back area of the behind the face of the moon, I won't exactly know how the portrait, the line of the profile is going to look, but it looks like it'll work. I've kept it fairly light right now so that I can go a little darker on the inside of my sphere, or the center area of my sphere. So we'll see how that looks after I get the next step done. But so far, so good. There's nothing I can complain about. If I follow the nose, the bridge of the nose up here, as it gets into the area that would become the brow, there's this little dark patch right there. So I'm not sure about that. That's one I'll keep my eye on. When I looked at it from the distant one, it looked like the eyeball itself, you know, the roundness of the eye was blending a little bit with the darker area here. It wasn't bothering me too much, but I did notice it was doing it. So that will be one of those things I keep an eye on. But I'm not going to do anything right now. I think it's okay for the moment. Let's see, at the eyelash area here, it's got kind of like, that's the same print that I used for the upper lid eyelash area of the sun, this one right here. I like the way it's looking there, so that's fine. The eyebrow, this is my eyebrow itself, is blending a bit as it goes to the back. And then there's this kind of big patch of something right there. But it's a moon, there's craters on the moon. So again, I think I'm gonna leave that. But the eyebrow, maybe I'm gonna do a little work on. And I think that could maybe have a little bit of yellow in it. I think some yellow would be a lighter value, a lighter color that would come forward And the eyebrow, that's, you know, the eyebrow itself, the bone structure comes forward, and then the hairy eyebrow also comes forward. So I'm going to make a little note to put some yellow in here. So put a little bit of yellow like that. That might be kind of nice. So I'll add my red arrow on that one to put something there. So that's the two big things I want to look at so far. And let's see, looking over on the cheek, I think that looks nice. If I'm looking at the landscape of the face, we've got the nose, you know, kind of sticks up. It comes out towards us, and then it sinks down into that valley right underneath the eye, and then it comes up again into the cheekbone, and then it goes down around the cheek. So all that looks like it's working pretty well. Under the nose, we've got, or let's take it from the cheek. The cheek comes down into the smile line, comes up, catches a little bit of light on that upper lip, and then kind of it falls into a little bit of a shadow under the nose. I really like this fabric here, that leaf again, making a kind of a funky shadow under the nose. So I'm going to leave it. It maybe could be a little lighter, but I like it enough. And this isn't a real face anyway, so I have a little bit of a leeway. So I think I'm going to call that good. I like the way this lower lip disappears kind of underneath that upper lip. And, you know, sometimes when I'm doing a moon face or sun or moon face, you know, that it's more, I keep the lip a little more cohesive. So this lower lip goes from kind of that yellow green over to a blue. So that's a big color change. But the fact that it kind of disappears into the form of the face, you know, where our lips, you know, meet like into the smile line and into the corners of the mouth do get a little darker. So this is just showing the individuality of this face. So again, I'm going to leave that one for now. Going into the very abstract chin on a moon, the chin, you know, is like right here. And it's sticking out, you know, kind of flings out in the crescent here. So not terribly realistic, but this is my chin area, which is, or it's going to represent my chin area. Let's just say that. It's lighter right now, and that's okay. That's all right. It goes from light to medium to dark as it moves around. So I think that's good. So I'm not finding too many things that I would change on the second draft. One thing I do like is, I talked about this kind of crater-like thing over above the eye. That particular fabric, well, that's this fabric too, over on the forehead area. See that one that I just marked? And I like those. They're kind of weird and kind of funky. So maybe I will add another one someplace. And if I'm looking here, maybe I'll add something around this chin area. You know, I could kind of find another one of those to go in here. I could even maybe throw another one over here under the, somewhere in the cheek area maybe. Oh, look, there's like a little mole right there. See that? That's kind of fun. I hadn't noticed that yet. So that's kind of cute. That's the beauty mark. And so those things there. So maybe I'll add a little more. So I'm going to make a mark that I like that fabric. I like this fabric, and maybe pick up another something there or there. At the very least, I can cut out a couple more of those shapes and just move them around. See if there's a place that I like them. But I've got a few fabrics that have those kind of circular designs. I've got, you know, circles in this one here. There's circles there. You know, there's the beauty mark I found there. There's another one up here. So it's kind of a repeating pattern. There's another fabric that's got circles in it. So if I find, you know, a few of those scraps, I might just kind of drop them in here and there as well.